What is going on, guys and girls? How are you doing today? It's Anger Roleplayer here once again, and today Grinding in Games finally released the update to the Atlas that will appear in the Path of Exile 3.5 Betrayal expansion, and the Atlas has been actually greatly rearranged, and I honestly think that at this point the current war for the Atlas maps will go to the legacy, so better start selling them, guys, on your standard if you care, as fast as possible, because it will be like a full map tab of legacy maps once the Betrayal actually hits. So there's quite a lot of rearrangement on the Atlas, and this is like the prototype of the Atlas map for the 3.5. There are many interesting things. For example, channel is tier 1 now, atoll is 1. For example, what is armory is 2. There are many interesting things. Bone creep is 3. Shipyard 3, curse creep 3. But bitch is also 4 now, so it's pretty cool actually. Farming bitch on the lowest levels becomes more profitable, I think. Strand is still 4. What else? This is not big changes. Underground Sea is 5 now. Canyon is 6, so it's got a little upgrade. Volcano is 6 too. Fills is still 6, that's okay. Unmentioned 6. And this kind of not big changes over. Dunes is 7. Primordial Pool is 7, so it's got a huge downgrade. It is tier 11 now at the moment. The rest are not big changes. Wasteland is 8. It's pretty much unchanged for the most part. Leylene is 10. Actually pretty cool, because Leylene is a very good solid open map with a very easy boss. So this is one of the potential tier 15s for the shaping from my point of view. Color Runes is also very easy map. What else? Spider Forest got a little downgrade. I think it is 11 now as far as I can remember. So the most important thing about the whole changes is this. This is Burial Chambers, and it went up from tier 3 to tier 11, and this puts Headhunter farming in question for the next league, because you will most likely not be farming as smooth from now on. Not only the chambers, Burial Chambers map will be obviously much more expensive, because from tier 3 to tier 11 is a giant amount of price increase, of course. Not only this, but the amount of HP and damage that will happen in a tier 11 will most likely put your jelly Wind Ripper builds in question. Of course it will be possible. I mean, Wind Ripper is strong, Kinetic Blast is also pretty strong, Deadeye. You can run with 3,000-4,000 K life. This is not a really big question, but still, from tier 3 to tier 11 is just a different level of affordability too, because the red tier maps obviously drop less often than the white tiers. It's much easier to accumulate white tiers than the red tiers, and it really puts the whole Headhunter farming thing in question right now. The Bog is 11. This is not really changed much. This is pretty much unchanged. Now here is the depressing thing, guys. This is depressing stuff starts over here. First of all, Tower is now 15. Tower is one of the most terrible, shitty maps in existence in Path of Exile. It's absolutely terrible layout with several floors where you're climbing up to the roof, where you get a fight Chevron and the Brutus. The electrified goddamn Brutus. It's a very strong boss in the first place. It's very annoying, and also the whole map is just a giant disaster, and in making it 15 is a big pain in the ass, honestly. it will be really terrible to farm this map. Another big crappy map is this, which is a Summit. I really like Summit in general, except it gives me eye seizures because it's an absolutely blank white snowy field. But the boss is really a big problem there. Even tier 13 Summit, what is tier 12 or 13 now? It's something. I think it's 12 actually. So it's quite a bit of a problem because the boss does a lot of fire damage, and if you get hit by this meteors that keep falling, if you don't have a lot of fire resist, you may just die. The melee slams are also very powerful. So this is a pretty reapy boss here. It's a reapy map. I died a lot to the boss fight, although the map itself is pretty crappy on its own because you can't really see things on screen. There are a lot of monsters there which really kind of they cannot really be seen because the tile set of the map is really bad. It's really white and gray, and there's gray and white monsters because it's really even hard to notice them for me personally. So this is a very reapy crappy map actually. Another thing that is absolute disaster is Torture Chamber going to the 15, which is now pre-model blocks map. I really hope that it will get some kind of reward because Torture Chamber is a real disaster. It's a classic corridor map, like cells filled with absolutely ton of rooms, blocked by doors. It's very easy to die there, and it doesn't really work with the builds that rely on kind of area damage, because there's a lot of corridors and your projectiles can really get hit by the walls, by the doors. It's a pain to play any projectile build in these maps because it's an absolute disaster. The boss is easy, but bumping it to tier 15 can be really reapy because boss is based on a Merveil, and she shoots kind of a beam of degen at you, and this is pretty deadly. I died a few times to this beam because if you don't have really fast leech or you do not kill her very fast, Torture Chamber can really melt your face at the boss chamber there. It's pretty annoying, and it's very bad that these 3 crappy maps are there now in the tier 15s. This is really bad. The rest doesn't really change that much, except the Lava Lake is 15 and Desert Spring is also from 13 to 15. That's another crappy map with absolutely the most annoying boss fights in the game. You are fighting the Scorpion Queen Arakali, and this is possibly the most annoying fight. I don't know, this more annoying fight in the game than this. I don't know, maybe actually in the Lava Lake where you find Kitava, this is probably the same level of annoyance that you get. But honestly, Desert Spring in the 15 is absolute garbage. I don't think I will be ever playing 15s in the next expansion because the 14s are actually very nice now. You have Basilica, Sunken City, and Carcass all downgraded to 14, which is good. Palace, okay. Dark Forest, fine. Terrace is garbage. Courthouse, okay, shitty. Rift is good. Dig is mediocre. Crimson Temple is what mostly I farm nowadays. But this 4, like 5 maps is an absolute disaster from my point of view, guys. As for the maps that are probably gonna be shaped for the next league, next expansion, I'll be releasing a separate video about this because I'm still kind of thinking about this. There's definitely some overhaul here and regrading done on this atlas, but I still am thinking about what I will be shaping in the Betrayal. So this is it, guys. First of all, I would like to thank you very much for watching the video. Your likes and dislikes, especially, as they push me forward even more. If you want to see more content, please consider subscribing to the channel. I do daily uploads of role-playing content, be it builds, guides, let's play, stream highlights, and upcoming RPG games. Also, don't forget to follow my Twitch stream to catch me live in action. I do stream daily on working days. I'm a full-time YouTube content creator and a Twitch streamer too, so if you want to support me, you can do it either from Twitch or by PayPal directly from my website angryroleplayer.com. Join my Discord channel too for a place to discuss RPG things offline, as well as follow my Twitter to be notified on any new content. If you want to get extra information like sneak peeks into upcoming videos, plans, different behind the scenes footage, you can also join the Unholy Army on Patreon as well, guys. Thank you very much once again for watching and listening to all this. See you soon.